I'm here with Lichfield City Ladies manager Piers Webster, and Piers, I mean, it just shows how far this club has come, beating top of the league today.
I think it's been a brilliant weekend, hasn't it, for the club in general. I think from the men, obviously having their celebration yesterday, winning the league, to obviously how to the women today. I just think I think the club in general's on a massive rise, but the way they dug in today and the character that they showed, I just said to them, quite rightly what you've just highlighted, how far they've come as a group. A lot of new faces was brought in over the last 6 months, but I really do think we're in a real good place, ready for next season.
Yeah, and I mean a couple of super finishes from Shelby and Courtney have been at the club quite a while. I mean, what have you thought of them since coming in?
My thoughts before I came to the club, they're exceptional players. They're technically some of the best players I've had the privilege of working with, and you don't find the dedication to a club which they have shown as long as they have. But I think they're a credit to the club. You know, they've seen the club through all the different transition phases, and you know, on their day, given the right surface with the right players around them, you know, they are a lethal front two, and I would go as far as saying they're probably probably the best combination front two outside of the National League.
Absolutely, and a couple of announcements lately, mate. One that is going to become Lichfield City Women next season.
Yeah, I think for us, we talk about integrity, and I think in this day and age, the respect that, you know, the women's game should be getting, and the way it's on the rise, I really firmly believe, you know, the move from ladies to women just installs the integrity on the name of every single player that plays, and I think it also gives them the respect that they deserve when they put on that shirt.
Yeah, and also talking of shirts, names and numbers.
Yes, again, I just think it's another brilliant step from the club as a whole. I think to be able to, you know, when you're working as tirelessly as they did today, I think you should have the recognition of being able to have that name on the shirt for people to know who you are. You know, supporters, future players of the club coming down, and I think it's just another big opportunity for us to engage with the supporters. You know, we've got some loyal supporters who have been with us for many years. We massively appreciate their support, and hopefully this is a move that will show growth as well within our supporters community.
Yeah, and I've been speaking to one or two people around the club, and it's nice to hear that you've got some of our talented girls actually training with the first team.
Yeah, I think obviously Brooksy, as you know me, you know, I spent a heavy amount of time in kids football, grassroots football, and I think the work the players are doing today are brilliant, but there's always a tomorrow, and I think you've got to try and nurture them, install them as early on as possible. You know, our under 15s, one of our under 15s warmed up with us today. It was brilliant to see, and it's just one of like many more to come. So if that's what we aspire to be, and we're aspiring to be, playing in higher leagues, in more prestigious leagues, I think it's doing it right from top to bottom. And I think at the end of the day, when we put on the badge, we are the club, and I think whether you play under 8s to first team, you play a massive part of this club, and it's one community and one family. So I think it's one of the biggest things that has come from my short time so far within the club. And there's another announcement going to be made this week in regards to what that looks like for the aspiring players for next season.
Yeah, I mean, for me as well, for these youngsters who eventually make the first team, if they've been training with the first team, it's not as daunting when you actually come into the squad.
I totally 1,000% agree. I think it can be daunting for a 16-year-old who has been playing alongside her peers for, you know, 7-8 years to then automatically go into a big fish playing alongside some very senior, well-established players like Lars and Courts and Sam and Sadie and so on. So if you can naturally nurture them at a younger age and progressively start to include them more and more, I think what you naturally see is the psychological factor, the fear, the anxiety, the maybe the kind of resentment of maybe getting involved in first teams, because it's that daunting factor. It goes away, and some of the stars we've got coming through, and future players. It's a really exciting next couple of seasons, I think, and next couple of years for the club.
Yeah, obviously the club's moving forward in a positive way. One of your sayings, one club, whatever, whether it's the ladies, the junior section, the first team, and I've got to say, I know the chairman and Liam Heath are absolutely delighted you've come to the club.
No, and I think people like Liam and Daz, I've had a lot of respect for you, and I've admired the work you've done for many years, Brooksy, and I think you've seen my journey as well as I've seen your journey, and that one club statement, it's easily said, it's harder to prove, and I think you're only able to prove that mindset is if you've got a club that wants to be involved in something like that. And I think Liam, Daz, Sadie, Chelsea, everybody that's involved, they were crying out for it, that one club mindset. So I think it was just middle management that needed to buy into it, and I think from the backroom staff onwards, we're really trying to build something from the ground up here, and I think with the support of Liam and Daz, they're probably two of the, if not the most humanised owners / directors I've ever had the privilege of working with. So my job is made easy when you've got people like Liam, Daz and Sadie supporting me.
Piers, thank you very much, mate, and all the best for the remaining games of the season.
Thank you, Brooksy, all the best, mate.